Good afternoon, students. Today we will discuss about arrays. So what is array? Array is a memory space. Array is a memory space allotted that can store multiple values of same data type in contiguous locations. So array is a memory space that we can store multiple values of same data type in contiguous memory locations. Or we can also say that an array is collection of similar data type. So array is a collection of similar data type. Here in Java we have two types of arrays. One is the one-dimensional array and the second one is the multi-dimensional array. Now we can see one by one how we can create the one-dimensional array, how we can create a multi-dimensional array. So array is a collection of similar types of data. So first we can see first one, how we can create one-dimensional array in Java. So creating an array, one-dimensional array, have three steps. One is the declaring an array. Second step is the creating memory locations. Third step is the initializing and assigning values to an array. So in Java, creating an array has three steps. First step is declaring an array. Second step is creating memory locations. Third step is assigning values to an array. Now we can see one by one how we can declare array, how we can create memory locations, how we can assign values to the array. First one is declaring an array. So to declare array in Java, we have the two ways. So in Java, we have two ways to declare an array. First one is type array name. First one is type array name. Second one, type array name. So we have two ways to declare array. For example, type means we have the data types. We can use either integer type or float type or double. So any data type. Example, for example, int marks. So int is the type, marks is the array name. So marks is the array name. Similarly, int marks. So this is the another way to declare an array. So in Java we can declare an array in two ways. So one is the type array name, second one is the type array name. For example, int marks array declaration or int marks. So this is the way how we can declare an array in Java. Now we can see second one, creating memory locations. So creating memory locations. So we can assign memory to an array by specifying its size. So to create a memory locations for an array, we can use the new operator. We can use the new operator. The syntax is array name equal to new type of size. So by using this syntax, we can allocate memory locations to an array. Example, marks equal to new int of 5. So here we are allocating 5 memory locations to an array mocks. So this is the how we can provide memory locations to an array. So the first step is declaring an array. The second step is creating memory locations. Here we can combine both declaring an array and creating of memory locations. For example, type array name equal to new type of size, or type array name equal to new type of size. So here we can combine both declaring an array and creating memory locations. For example, type int array name is mocks equal to new operator of type int, size is the 5. So here we are declaring an array mocks. The size of that mocks array is the 5. So this is the one way. So we have the another way. Int mocks equal to new int of 5. So by combining both declaring an array and creating memory locations, we can use the syntax in this way. Next, third one is we can assign values to the array. So third step is how we can assign values to an array. For that we can use the index value. So we can use the index value. So that is the syntax is the array name of index equal to value. For example, mocks of 0 equal to 10. So that means 10 value is assigned to mocks of 0. That means 0th place. So now we can see one example how we can assign values to an array. So this is the small program how we can assign, how we can set values to an array. So similarly, first we can create class array main method. So in this main method we can declare and creating the memory locations. So int mocks is the declaration and creating memory location is the new int of 5. So in this way we can declare an array and allocate the memory locations. Next step is assigning values. So totally we have the 5 contiguous memory locations for the mocks array. So in the mocks of 0, so in the 0th place we are storing the value of 60. Next 1 place we are storing the 58. Next second place 50, third place 78 and the fourth place 89. So these 5 values are contiguously stored in the array, in the memory. So here the index name is the start with 0. So arrays can be alternatively assigned values or initialized values. For example, the syntax is type array name equal to list of values. So directly we can assign list of values to the array name. Example, int mocks equal to. So these are the list of values. That means the 60 value is moved to the 0th location. 58 value is allocated to the first location, 50 value is allocated to the second location, and 78 value is allotted to the third location, and the 89 value is assigned to the fourth location. So the array size is the 5. So here array size is the 5. So in this way we can assign values to the array. So we are the two ways to assign values to an array. Now we can see how we can access the elements of an array in Java. So how we can access? So we can access the array elements using the index. So using the index we can access the array elements. For example, consider a class array main method. Here we are directly assigning values to an array. So 60, 58, 50, 78 are the values that are assigned to the mocks array name. So to access the array values, we can use the index. That means, suppose for example, I want to access the 60th value. So for that we can use the 0th index. Similarly, 58 first index, 50 second index, 78 third index. So for example, first element mocks of 0. So mocks of 0 specifies the 0th index, that will specify the first element. What is the first element here? 60. So we got the output 60. Mocks of 1. Mocks of 1 means the 58th value. That is the second element. So the mocks of 1 print the 58 value. Mocks of 2 print the 50 value. Mocks of 3 print the 78 value. So by using the index we can access the array values. So this is the example how we can access the array elements in So we have another way to access the array values by using the looping. So already we discussed about loop statements. We have the 3 loops: for loop, while loop, do while loop. Here we can use the for loop. So by using the for loop we can access the values from an array. So we can see one example. So consider a class array main method next int mocks equal to 60, 58, 50, 78, 89. That means 5 values are stored into the mocks array name. So using for loop we can access the array values. In the previous example, by using the index we can access the array values. Example, mocks of 0. Second example, second mocks of 1. Next mocks of 2. So in this way we can access the values from an array. Now we can see the for loop. So in the for loop, first we can find the length of the array. So to find the length of the array we have the method, that is the length method. So here mocks.length, mocks is the array name, dot length, it will return the size of the array. Here the size of the array is 5 elements. So mocks.length will return 5. So that means now the for loop is repeated from 0 to 5. So first int I equal to 0, I less than 5, I value is the 0, 0 less than 5. So 0 less than 5 means condition is true. So it will print mocks of I. Mocks of I means first it will print mocks of 0th value. So mocks of 0th value is 60. Next I value is incremented by 1. So now it can print mocks of 1, 58. Next I value is incremented by 1, that means mocks of 2, print the 50. Next I value is incremented by 1, mocks of 3, it will print the 78. Next I value is incremented by 1, mocks of 4, it will print the 89. Next I value is incremented by 1, that means I value is 5, 5 less than 5, the condition is false. So the for loop is not repeated. So in this way we can access the array elements using the for loop. We have another way also to access the array elements from the loop using the for each loop. So already we have the different ways to access the array elements. The first one is the index. By using index we can access the array element. The second way is by using the for loop. The third way is the for each loop. So by using the for each loop also we can access the array elements. So before that, what is the syntax for the for each loop? So the for each loop syntax is here: for type variable colon where array name. So generally the for each loop is exclusively used to access the elements in an arrays. So we can see one example how we can access the array elements using the for each loop. So here we can create a class array, main method, we can allocating the values to an array marks. Next we are using the for each loop. For each loop syntax: for type is the integer values. We can take any variable name I colon. What is the array name here? Array name is the marks. So it is the way how we can specify the for each loop. So for int I colon marks. So first marks value is moved to the I. So now we can print the I value. So system dot out dot println of I. So it will print the first value 60. Next marks value 58. So I value print the 58. Next value print the 50. Next value print the 78. So by using the for each loop also we can access the array elements. So this is the how we can access the array elements in the single dimensional array. Now we can see the multi-dimensional arrays. So multi-dimensional array another name is the two-dimensional array. So multi-dimensional array means array of arrays. So in the multi-dimensional array the data is stored in the tabular form like the rows and columns. So the data is stored in the table form like rows and columns. So to declare the multi-dimensional array in Java, the syntax is, this is the syntax: data type array name equal to new data type rows and columns. Another way is data type array name equal to new data types rows and columns. Example: int marks two-dimensional equal to new int of row 3 and column specify the 3. So totally how many values we can store here in the two-dimensional array? So first in the row we can store the 3 values, in the column we can store the 3 values. So total values are stored up to 9. Example: so first this is the tabular form, we have the 3 rows and 3 columns. In the first cell marks of 0 0. So next marks of 0 1. Next marks of 0 2. So this is the first row: marks of 0 0, marks of 0 1, marks of 0 2. In the second row it is 1 0, marks of 1 1. Next marks of 1 2. This is the second row. Next third row marks of 2 0, marks of 2 1, marks of 2, 2. So this is the tabular form. So whenever declare int marks of equal to new int of 3, 3 means totally we can store the 9 values. So 3 rows and 3 columns. 3 into 3, 9 values we can store. The 9 values are marks of 0, 0, marks of 0, 1, marks of 0, 2, marks of 1, 0, 1, 1, 1, 2, marks of 2, 1, 2, 0, marks of 2, 1, marks of 2, 2. Suppose we can declare int marks equal to new int of 4, 4. So that means in the marks array we have the 4 rows and 4 columns. So totally we can store 16 values. So depend on the row and column value we can store the multiple values. Next how we can initialize the values to the multi-dimensional array. So suppose when we take this int marks equal to new int of 3, 3, that means totally we can store the 9 values. So in marks 0 of 0 we can store, we are assigning the 65 value. In the marks 0 of 1 we are assigning the 69 value. Similarly 78. So that means first in the tabular form, first cell specifies the marks of 0, 0. That means we can store the 65 value. In the marks of second cell specifies the marks of 0, 1. In this we can store the 69 value. The third cell specifies the marks of 0, 2. We can store the 78. So this is the first row. In the second row we can store the 56. That means 10, 11, 52, 12, 65. In the third row, that means marks of 20, we can store 89, 80, 84. So in this way we can assign values to the two-dimensional array. So we can directly also assign values to the two-dimensional array. Example, int marks 3, 3 equal to 65, 69, 78 specifies the first row values. 56, 52, 65 specifies the second row values. 89, 80, 84 specifies the third row values. So for this example, the tabular form is first row 65, 69, 78. Second row 56, 52, 65. Third row 89, 80, 84. So this is the another way we can assign values to the two-dimensional array. So how we can access the two-dimensional array elements? Same way as the one-dimensional array. Here we can use the for loop. So using the for loop we can access the elements from the two-dimensional array. So here we are directly declaring array elements to the array name array. So that means array is the multi-dimensional array, two-dimensional array. In this array totally we are storing the 9 values. First one is the 1, 2, 3. Second row 2, 4, 5. Next 4, 4, 5. So this is the how we can store in the array. So using the for loop, we can access the array elements. So for that we can use the two for loops. One for loop for the I and the second for loop for the j. That means we need to access array of 0, 0, array of 0, 1, array of 0, 2. So the first one specifies the I value, the second index specifies the j value. So that's why we need true for loops. So here first we will print the array of 0 0, second value array of 0 1, third one array of 0 2. Again for loop is repeated, array of 1 0, array of 1 1, array of 1 2. Again the second array of 2 0, array of 2 1, array of 2 2. So for this we got the output in the matrix form. The output is 1 2 3, 2 4 5, 4 4 5. So this is the how we can access the elements from the two-dimensional array. So using for each loop also we can access the array elements from an array. So this is the basic idea about an array. Next we can see another topic is the strings. So what is string? So string in Java already we know string is a sequence of characters. For example, hello is string containing sequence of characters as HELLO. So a string is a sequence of characters. So in Java provides string class to create and to manipulate the strings. The strings are immutable. So strings are immutable. That means once we can create, the strings cannot be changed. So once we create a string, the string cannot be changed. Here we have the different ways to create the strings. So by using the string literal, by using the new keyword. So we can create the strings in Java using string literal, using new keyword. We can see how we can create the string using the string literal, similarly using the new keyword. The first one is the string literal. So using string literal to create a Java, this is the syntax. String name equal to string value. For example, consider string, the string name equal to str and the value is the hello world. So the hello world value is assigned to the str string. So in this way, by using the string literal, we can create the strings. Next we have another way using the new keyword. So by using the new keyword also we can create the string. So before going to that one, we can see example for the string literal. So first here we are creating a string using the string literal. So Java is the value for the string that is assigned to the string name, that is the first. So Java value, string value is assigned to the first. Similarly, Python string value is assigned to the second string. JavaScript third string value is assigned to the third. So here by using the string literal concept, we are creating the three strings. So directly we can print system.out.println first. So in the first string we are storing Java. So we got the output Java. So system.out.println second. For that we got the output Python. System.out.println third. We got the output JavaScript. So this is the example for the string literal. Now we can see how we can create a string using the new keyword. For that we have the syntax. String name equal to new string value. Example, string greeting equal to new string hello world. So in this, by using the new keyword also we can create the strings. So the example for the new keyword is, here we are creating a first string using the new keyword. We are allocating the value Java. Similarly, the second string is created by using the new keyword. The value is the Python. Similarly, we are creating the third string. The value of the string is JavaScript. So this is the new keyword is used to create the string. So we can print the string values as a previous way. System.out.println first, it will print the Java. System.out.println second, it will print the Python. System.out.println third, it will print the JavaScript. So in Java we can create the strings in two ways, using the string literal and using the new keyword. These are the two examples for the string. So these are the today class about arrays and string. So thank you. So this is the first unit. So next session we will start the second unit.